Alright, hey. Okay, so I'm going to put you down. We're going to do the masculine energy, even if you're reading on a feminine, okay? It's the one you've been waiting on. It's the one you need to move forward from, okay? But this is also the one that's coming back, all right? It's their lesson. It's just a matter of when, okay? So let's just see what's actually happening with them right now, okay? We'll do it a couple different ways so I can see what type of lesson they're in. Make sure you're recording. You are. Okay. There's the other one up to, okay. So, why do I feel like you're not recording? It was just, when I looked it was 55 and then it was just 111. So it's the 9 of Earth, Page of Air. So they're spending some quiet time alone, all right? Or they're looking into self-employment. Or to me, this is also having, there's a bug crawling in that. Also having confidence. To me, this is maybe lack of confidence too, because I'm going to clarify, but they're in a challenging time in their life too, okay? It's having to deliver information, or they're getting information delivered to them that, they don't like. And we got the 8 of Water, so it's, them knowing that they need to move on, searching for something more meaningful and spiritual growth. So the person you're dealing with definitely knows that they're in a situation right now. And this is what I'm saying, like, even if you guys are together, it's like they're feeling the same energy you are of not really happy energy, okay? So to me, this is saying lack of confidence. And if it is confidence, this is telling me that it's like a persona, all right? So it's like hearing the truth or delivering the truth to someone, okay? Walking away from something that's no longer serving them, all right? Something that they've probably been in a long time with the 9 of Earth here, buckling down, if they are even buckling down, right? So this is just what they're up to right now. And I cut the deck. It's like they want to deliver a message, right? And, they're feeling, not so great. It's like you just disappeared. It was 3:13. I don't know what's happening with that. All right, so wanting to deliver a message, but it's like they're in pitiful energy. Tell me about the 9 of Earth. To me, you're dealing with someone cocky or just doesn't have the confidence to deliver the truth or accept what's happening in their life, okay? So it's like they're in a situation. It's like the Ace of Wands, but it was reversed, but like wanting to feel that again. And the Fool and the Chariot popped out too. So it's like that was actually the same energy on how they felt with you, but it was reversed and now it's upright. So it's like they want to move forward. They want to have a new start with or without you. This is just in general what's happening with them right now, okay? I'm not even feeling a leap of faith here. It's just them wanting a brand new start, when it comes to what's happening. Why do they make me keep looking? 424 is a message for somebody, okay? But it's like they know they need the confidence when it comes to you too, especially if this is them delivering it to you. But I'm not looking at it like that, troops. I'm honestly looking at this as this is what's happening in their life, whether it has to do with you or not. Tell me about the Page of Air. This could be them in another relationship or a situation with somebody and wanting to get out of it and having a fresh start because it's not really working out for them, right? So, yeah, it's the 4 of Cups. It's the board with whatever's happening. We do have the devil at the bottom of the deck with the Four of Cups here. With that being poured out, this is telling me that there's one of them, some of them, have a drinking problem for sure. But it's just bored with their situation, their life in general right now. Okay. Wanting a fresh start, not really knowing how to pursue a fresh start, feeling stuck. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, knowing they need to walk away from something or someone. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. You know, the strength to walk away. Looks like they got feelings for somebody. All right, that might be spiritual, but they could be in a relationship. You could be in a relationship. There's healing that needs to take place. To me, this is a very spiritual union, too. And this came out upright. So whatever situation they're actually in, regardless of them coming to you, they're starting a new cycle. Could they repeat a lesson? Obviously. This doesn't mean, yay, they're coming to me. We're not going to play naive here, okay? This just means that right now they know they need the strength to get out of a situation and the confidence. They also have to deliver the truth. Okay. I'll tell you the lesson for the Nine of Earth was kind of holding them back. All right, they're worried in this health problems, so they're stressed out and worried. But their lesson here is to move forward and take a leap of faith and not worry about an outcome. Okay, so let's find out for the lesson for the Page of Air. What's holding them back? Because all this energy is holding them back because they don't quite have the strength yet. So they're worried about, the future, how things are going to pan out for them, regardless of you. This is their life in general right now. See, indecision and honesty, and that talks about telling the truth. Okay, so they're not really using their intuition, and they can't always expect the truth, nor do they know how to deliver it right this second. See what I'm saying? So it's tricky energy. Tell me about the Eight of Water. What's holding this person from walking away? Well, all these things too, right? Not knowing the outcome, not knowing how to own up to their stuff, not making decisions, not using their intuition, stressed out. There's obviously a codependency problem here too. And not looking at things in a lighter side of life and not being grateful, okay, for things that they have in their life right now. So they're going through some massive stuff. Their lesson here, I think, overall, is being honest, taking a leap of faith. They're not appreciating something in life. They're not appreciating their own life right now. Okay, so they're kind of in ungrateful energy. Tell me about gratitude. What's going on with the gratitude? Because this is either one or the other, so let's find out. Tell me about gratitude. So it's the Ace of Cups reversed, that not enough self-love, okay? Not wanting to work together, not wanting to deal with karma, not wanting to give their time, being exhausted. You wouldn't want this type of energy coming at you. They're definitely not grateful for what they have. Tell me about indecision. And we already saw they don't want to be honest, but it's like they know they need to because it was reversed. All right, Seven of Cups, going over the options. Do I want it? Do I not want it? Because with this, it's having to own up to stuff, right? Having to shed the light on something they don't want to shed the light on to. And with honesty, there's no synergy. They're not getting it in their situation because this is their situation. This is not how they feel about you. This is what's going on in their life. So they're getting slammed. I'm surprised they don't have a tower. King of Swords, lack of passion, could be drinking, has anxiety, doesn't know how to wrap up lessons, not processing things, not using their intuition, not changing their perspective, desiring something from the past. That could be you. So if they're with somebody, I just said to you, listen to me. This is major. Okay? Major, major. When you have the Tower and the Death card, there's no going back. They're getting out of a situation right now there's no going back to. So if they are with somebody, they're not going back to this person ever again. They're wrapping up a karmic lesson. If they're not with anybody, everything that they're going through right now, this is their they have to learn this lesson. There's no going backwards. So say this person doesn't come in for the 10 months like we were talking about, they're going to come back refreshed and a brand new person. Right now, you got to take care of you. We've talked about that. There's no returning to this. And this person is having a really hard time processing. Okay? So, they're still making a decision. If they choose wrong and they stay in this, that Tower and Death card, that's the last time they'll learn this lesson. They have no choice but to get out of this lesson. So if they are with someone else, they're going to be with them for a few more months until that goes down, and it'll probably go down not the greatest. And again, if they're not with anybody, it's just their life right now is upside down. You don't want that type of energy coming at you until the universe actually gives them the Death card with the Tower. That's like to the point of no return. That's no going back ever to that scenario. So once again, when they do come back, whether it's in the next couple weeks or after the next cycle, that is being optimistic because that is a brand new them. All right, so this is how they feel about you. Ton of fire, too much work. They think, you're stressed out, you're out of balance. Okay, 10 of water. All right, but you're also rewarding in family life again with the 2 tens. Okay, emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationship. So it's like they trust you, but they think you're too much work. But it's not you that's too much work. There's too much in their life going on, but they look at you as it's just too much. But they also look at you as the 10 of cups. See what I'm saying? Some of you is the life partner, and that's it. So how else do they feel? But that also talks about it too, getting on a path. And when I read on them today, they also had the 2 cups. But they had the 10 of swords, not the 10 of fire. They also had the 2 tens, remember? So you do make them happy when they think about you. But they also look at you as being a lot of work. With the 2 of earth, see, it's like too much going on at one time. I need to make a decision, a more playful approach. But they're trying to figure out how to juggle you, or they're thinking that you're juggling, okay, because this is how they feel about you. Wanting to balance out the scales, not really knowing how, right? One more. Their lesson right now, to me, is also is huge. You got the Knight of Water, all right, and unity. This is how they feel about you too. It's like they know you're spiritual, right? They also feel like you need like-minded friends. But again, 5 and a 5 is 10, so 10, 10, 10. All right. But you guys must argue a lot, or they think you're going to. But it's like they want to be able to open up their heart. and trust the situation. Okay, so it's good. I really feel like it's just whatever's happening in their life right now, right? Again, with the 8 of water at the bottom of the deck. Whatever's happening in their life right now is just it's so heavy and overwhelming. And I think they think if they were to come to you, it's going to be more overwhelming right now. It's almost like they know who you are. So it's a little bit of that arrogance, right? It's like they know how you are, who you are. But it's, do I want to hang around this type of energy? Do I want to hang around with a whole bunch of spiritual people? I mean, this person's literally thinking like that, like back and forth. Do I want this? Back and forth, back and forth. Is it too much weight, or is it the love of my life? Because I want to come in. I want to open my hat. So they do. They do want to. When they decide to walk away from their situation, when they decide to deliver this challenging messaging, when they decide to get out of isolation mode, right? So, 1608. Make sure you're looking up these numbers. So once again, you know, there's something here, something toxic. Tell me about the Ten of Fire. They might be looking at you too as like you might have a family, and they're deciding whether or not they want to be part of that. All right. So yeah, you know, do I invest time in this situation or not? Will this opportunity ever come back around? Because right now it's like they also think you're not going to invest time in them. All right. So not delivering a message either. Not reaching out. Or they're wondering why, because actually this is you, how they feel about you. They're wondering why you haven't reached out. But we all know those reasons, right? So it must have been a little while, or they totally feel like you think that they're too much weight. And they are, but you can push through. It's a meant to be. It just doesn't necessarily have to be in the next couple weeks. It can be within the next 8 weeks, 10 months, right? I know you don't want to hear it, but it's the facts. Majority of you have to move forward right now and worry about you. You got to get your life situated. This person has to get their life situated. For some reason, it's just easier for you guys to do that separately than together. That's all it is. You're not being punished. It's just when it comes back around, they want it done right. Tell me about the Ten of Water. So they're wondering why you're not reaching out, because this is how they feel about you. They're wondering why is this person not feeling trapped anymore? Unless you're with someone else and they think you're restricted. But I don't think that's the case, because I'm looking at this like the other way. Again, he's pouring out water. He was in that other cup too. I think he's dealing with an addiction. But they're like, why is this person no longer telling you how they feel? Or this is you, or this is them being like, wow, they're my everything. They're my 10 of cups, right? I know they're going to make me happy. But they're still restricted. And they're not happy in their situation. Tell me about the Two of Earth. But they want to be that King of Water for you. They want to trust you. But they still feel restricted. And it could have to do with an addiction. Tell me about the Two of Earth. Or they just don't want to put you through that. I mean, they are thinking about you. But they're also all up in their head, driving themselves nutty. Like the nut. Two of Earth, Two of Earth. The Fool. And it was reversed. So they think you're not going to give them a shot. We knew that from earlier. Tell me about the King of Water. So they're not very optimistic, which is kind of holding them back. All right. So once again, karma. It was played out like that too. Something not going in their direction. Well, they feel like it won't. This is owning up to the truth. It's like they're sabotaging their own situation with you right now, purposely, because they don't want to own up to the truth. But man, they're wondering, why is this person not reaching out? Or this is you reaching out and them not responding because it's just too much right now. There's too much going on in their life, even though they know who you are. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Or they think you're too much back and forth. I love you. I don't love you. I love you. I don't love you. I want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. Regardless, they're having trouble. Lucy sees a squirrel. Regardless, they're having trouble owning up to the truth. Yeah, see, Queen of Pence. They think you're just not going to nurture the situation anymore. But that's on them, right? That's their own insecurities. They have to push through that. What's their lesson here? Yeah, see their health too. They're stressed out. What else? In success. So their main lesson is love. I kind of knew that from the beginning of when we started, because they do love. They love differently, right? They also love money, but it also makes them feel comfortable. And you would have the money being the Queen of Pence. And even if you're not loaded, you're still able to nurture, take care of, cook for them. You see what I'm saying? There's some type of codependency with them. But it's like you came into their lives with unconditional love, and they don't get it. They've never felt love like that. It's like what they feel, they don't know what to do with. It's like they want to escape it, because that's what they're doing with it. Tell me about love, success. That's their lesson, knowing that the two of you can be successful, because right now they're looking at it like there's no way this would be successful. There's no way she would allow this, or he would. There's no way she would be okay with the truth, he or she. There's no way she would have a new stat, right? So it's like, it's how to love. You're not dealing with somebody who likes to share emotions and feelings. That's way too many. Success. What's holding them back from this lesson right now? Strength. All right. They don't quite have the strength yet to own up to everything. And that's what was going on in their cards too. That was their part of their lesson, to have the strength to be positive, more optimistic. There's a whole lot going on with them, guys, that honestly, if it was come back in, until this person does a turnaround, right, and the wheel's here and it's reversed, it's telling me they have a lesson to go through, maybe 7 months. It's surrounded by a 7 and a Fool. There's no numbers surrounded. The only number surrounding it is the 7. Might take them another 7 months, troops. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think you should wait. I explained what your lesson was already, right? Letting go, knowing you deserve more. Because you don't deserve this right now. Someone that's going to give you the half-assed truth. Not willing to take a leap of faith. Not even reaching out to you. Not telling you how they feel. It's they're bombarding you with energy. The majority of you, you're an empath. They don't know how to walk till they're happy. They're just not happy right now. And if they are, it's so fake. It's like they're not ready to give 100%. They're not ready to love. They don't know how to do it, troops. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know how to do it, but they don't. But that's their lesson. That's their major lesson out of all of this. Is at the end of the day, to accept that type of love. That's their lesson here. And, you were the one that, and for them to change their perspective about settling down. I don't know if it's a commitment phobe, but you were that one to shed all that light and love on someone. And they've, honest to God, I don't even know if they ever gotten or felt that type of love from their parent or their grandparent. Like, I'm not kidding. It's very overwhelming for them. They don't know how to handle it, but they know who you are. So eventually, troops, this is coming back around whether you want it or not. And you got the video, right? So you want it. So tell yourself when it's meant to be, it will be. Because it is meant to be. If it takes 10 months with these 2 10s, or 2 months, 10, 10, 10, could be 3 months, then enjoy your life until then. Because you will never be single again for the rest of your life. This is a life partner. So enjoy it. Embrace it. Start living your life because you want that shift of energy too before they come at you. Trust me, you do. Let's see what they're dealing with the Dragon card. Let's see what they're going through. Yep, we pulled that today too. Orange and green dragon and the lilac. Alright, so these are their lessons too. Alright, they're going through an extension too. And they're learning how to work with that divine feminine love. They're learning how to open up. They're learning that they feel better, peace, when they come in tune with their heart. They're seeking peace for sure. Trying to be a warrior. And it's all around you when it comes to the divine feminine. And they're going through an ascension too. And that's beautiful because everything that they're holding on to, all the anger, pain, frustration, lessons, it's about to be transmuted into the power of love. And that is their lesson. So, what is happening? Still recording, right? Yeah. So be okay with this little bit of a break, if it's a break, or it can come in a couple weeks. But be okay with this because that's beautiful. Because when they come at you, it's gonna actually be pure, and then you have your lesson, right? Of it's kind of what you wanted. Some of you are gonna get it. Certainly the ones that order this video. It's just not coming in when you want it to come in. But when they come at you, they are going to be a different person, guys. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's going to be a challenge for you to accept it and feel it. Because you're writing them out right now. But it's the way it was supposed to be. You were meant to learn your lesson. And meanwhile, they're in the midst of learning theirs. And it's all love. Okay. Let me see if I can, with numbers, see if I can give you an exact date. Some of you it's 3 months, 3 weeks. Some of you it's 10 months. Some of you it's 9. It's within 10 months. Tell me about success. But, because this is what they're going through. Let's see where they're at. Tell me about success. I'm hoping I can figure something out number-wise for you. How long it's going to take them. So we got the 5 of water. They don't feel too successful. They're not seeing a positive in a situation. They're crying over spilt milk. So they're still in that energy. So there's a 5. Tell me about the golden orange dragon. So it might take them a good 5 months to figure out what to let go of something petty, because you're dealing with somebody who's holding on to something petty, or a situation or a relationship that's just petty. And chances are, this doesn't even have to do with you. Okay? Tell me about the golden orange dragon. Now this is that ascension that they've been going through, right? But this leads to the whole divine feminine love type thing. Alright, so let's just see. At the end of the day, I'm going to count golden orange dragon, please. I'm really feeling fall for some of you. So we got the Emperor and a 4, so we got 2 4s, so now we got 8. But they feel like they missed an opportunity, but they got to get out of that, okay? They got to take ownership for what's going on. They need to, 44 talks about intuition. They need to start listening to their intuition too, okay? Tell me about the Lilac Fire Dragon. Because right now, that's us all 4. We're right back to 4. So, that's way too many. This part could take 8 months alone. But it's more like 4. I'm not really looking at it like that, right? Or it could be, these could all be weeks or days. This could be within 8 days they go through a major ascension, right? I just want one. They are going through a life experience. Lilac Fire Dragon, please. But at the end of it, right, as of right now, Spirit knows I'm looking for numbers. 7. Because it's like the seeds already been planted. It's unnecessary worry, and they had worry for a lesson, right? So, 4 and a 7, that's an 11. So it could be 11 months. It could be 2 months. It could be 11 weeks. It could be 2 weeks, 2 days. It makes more sense with, let's see. It also talks of 20, so 2 months. It's right back to the 2 at the 11, right? 2 months, 12 months. I really feel like some of you, and before that intuition kicks in and they can let go of this petty, it could take about 5 months. Because meanwhile, to me, it's like you're planting those seeds too. You already planted them. Now things are watering, growing. It's like that's you, right? Let me just go one more round. Tell me about the 5 of water. This could be 5 days, an epiphany moment. I don't see any epiphany moments, but for some, maybe, right? 5 of water, 5 of water, 5 of water. It's the World reversed with the 6, so I'm not shutting the door, wanting to come back in. So now we're looking at 6, right? Princess of Pentacles doesn't help. Tell me about the Emperor. So those two together are an 11. Okay, so back to the 11. Tell me about the 44. So back 11 days, or it's just back to 2 months. So it looks like in about 2 months, this person might try to come in and start evening out the playing grounds, because they don't want to lose you either, right? It might take them 2 months to come at you. Doesn't mean it's time yet, but it's a start. All right, and then you got 3, so 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, more 2s. So maybe in about 2 months, or the 4, 5. Yeah, 2 months. Here, 2. So next couple months, they're going to go through this trying to find peace, right? It's all about their future. They know who you are. So meanwhile, trust me, this whole entire time too, whatever is going on in their life, they'll be thinking about you every day. Tell me about the 7 of Earth. But just keep doing what it is you're doing, because you're building a brand new life. But it's crazy how it keeps ending up being 11. So right now, 11, 11. 2, 2, and then there's that other 4. Wow, 11, 11, 11, guys. That's crazy. So still breaks down to 3. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 3 4s. That's listening to your intuition, being in tune, stability. They know exactly who you are. To me, it's the 11, 11, 11 is 6. It could be a total of 6 months, 6 weeks, back to the 6 again. I'd say within 2 months, they're going to be knocking at your door. They're gonna start feeling, see what I'm saying? Because it's like, sorry, the neighbor's doing their thing. They're going to start to heal. be more optimistic. So believe me, within 2 months, this person's going to be hitting you up. Or 2 weeks, 2 days. I feel like before this person is solid and you guys can have commitment would be 8 to 10 months. I really feel like in about 2 months, they're going to be knocking on your door. Okay. So I hope this helped. And meanwhile, I'm telling you, take care of you. Because your life, my dears, are just starting, just kicking off, right? Don't let anybody get in the way of that right now. It actually is a beautiful, beautiful read. And it actually makes sense that they've been knocking on your door in about 2 months. You want them to have this epiphany. And I feel like the dream I was telling you guys about with the whole back and forth with the ascension, it must have happened 10 times. There's another 10. 1. Okay, what if it was 11 times? Back to 2 again, right? It still boils down to 1. So some of you within 6 months, it only takes 6 months before a commitment comes in. Others of you, you're looking at the commitment more 8 to 10 months. But believe me when I say this person be knocking on your door in 2 months. For sure. Okay? I love you guys. Bye.